the rush is on to the gas pump this summer. 10, 20, 30 gallons goes fast for, say, a 900-mile round-trip excursion with the family from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Driving is the popular way to go. But gas is getting really expensive. You could bite the bullet and fill the tank, or you could fly. But those higher prices at the pump mean higher prices for jet fuel as well. And that means the cost is passed on to you in the form of higher airline tickets. So either way, you're going to pay more.
There's a good price.
Travel agent Marita Roth says you can still find a good deal on an airline ticket once in a while, but with prices on the rise, you'll have to consider other factors in choosing ground or air for that trip down the California coast, like how many people are traveling.
One person, definitely cheaper to fly usually. More than that, I mean, you have to think about it.
A sort of long-distance carpool to avoid those mounting airline tickets. Glenn Murdoch actually drove up from San Diego, but is flying home. And after miles of gasoline expended...
But financially, it probably would have been better for us to fly.
But Murdoch says gasoline is even more expensive down in Southern California, making an educated guess on travel costs even murkier if you're heading in the other direction. Some just fly and cast price comparisons to the wind.
It's not necessarily cheaper, but we just like the convenience of air travel, so we're willing to pay a little bit more to travel by air.
In either case, by road or air, it will cost you more this summer. In San Jose, Craig Sklark, KRON 4 News. As the sun rose over Half Moon Bay, Grant Washburn was getting ready.
Little tape to cover the ding that I didn't fix.
He's part of an elite group. They surf, on this day more than usual.
I just always loved the waves being big. And when I moved here, I didn't know they got this big, but I still was like, you know, it's fun.
Fun if you're skilled enough. These waves are big and they're unforgiving. That's why they came by the tens of thousands to Pillar Point. Just a day ago, this place was abandoned, but it's the conditions that are just right and word getting out that that was the case that had them come a-running. And so on this workday, many played hooky.
The excitement and the big waves and primarily the big chances all the surfers are taking.
Let's see who gets in position out in the water.
It doesn't get any riskier. The surfers go out in waves of their own in heats. They take turns taking a wave and riding it for all it's worth. The winner gets $30,000 and an enhanced reputation. On this day, waves turned out to be not as big as they thought. Not that entrants like Shane Desmond of Santa Cruz were taking it lightly.
I mean, it's competitive amongst ourselves, but we're also competing with the ocean, too. You got to be in the right spot, otherwise it doesn't matter who's in what position.
And the surfers aren't the only ones taking risks. If you want a good vantage point, you climb, and some put their own well-being at risk on some slippery slopes. Is it a much better vantage point up there?
I have never been here before, so I'm just trying it out and see if I can see the surface better from that point.
The earlier they came, the better the spot. This happens only once a year. To see the best, you have to make the effort. They did. In Half Moon Bay, Craig Sklark, KRON 4 News.